I'm curious about the origin of the sound ribbon approach, what it actually means. Like you walk into your work environment or the studio or wherever it is, you have a blank sonic palette. What happens?
I've always been fascinated with the electric guitar, even though, I mean, I remember hearing the Beatles in 62 or 63 on the radio and when I was living in England, and that sound just, going back to even Hendrix, I mean, when I started listening to those Hendrix records, it wasn't his lead playing so much as the sound, the feedback, the tape manipulation, even like Electric Ladyland, the putting the jacks the wrong way around in a wah-wah pedal to get that flute sound. It sounds like seagulls. All that stuff really fascinated me. So by the time I got to New York, I was, playing around with different processing boxes, stomp boxes. When I joined the Psychedelic Furs, that's when I got into the TC 2290. It's got a sampler in it, but it's got this really amazing sounding delay with all this deep modulation, and you really have to program it like a computer. And I got way deep into that. And by the time we did the World Outside album, I spent a bit of time even with Stephen Street, who was producing the record, manipulating this 2290, So I think at that time, there were a lot of synthesizers around. There was something fascinating about synthesizers, but they all, to me, sort of sounded the same. There's always this sort of saw wave or sine wave, and I have a lot of respect for it, but I wanted to really try to make the guitar do what that did to some extent, because I enjoyed the graininess that you got out of a guitar string or a cello, or even I do some electric trumpet stuff where just the sound of the breath going through it. And then you manipulate it like you would a sine wave or a saw wave. So that got me really interested in processing the instrument. And so there are all these records I did in the 90s with these they called it adult contemporary, these sort of singer-songwriter types, and it was Michael Villelli, who was our A&R guy with the Psychedelic Furs, who was putting me in these sessions. And sight unseen, music unheard, I would just try to create these sort of soundscapes for them. Add something that was textual and added an extra feeling to the piece of music. I got deeper and deeper into this stuff. And then by the time I got to Berlin, right, I was at the tail end of work. I did 10 years with Cyndi Lauper, and that ended. And I did some movie stuff. I was just kind of felt like I had to do something different. I had to change up. And I didn't really want to stick around and hop on another legacy act. I thought I had to get back to truly what was me.